Hi, and welcome to episode 58 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's CATT. It stands for Craft All the Things. Welcome back to my lovely, lovely returning viewers. And if you are new, thank you for checking me out. Every time I record, I feel like I'm doing something different, so I'm trying something different. I'm recording from my computer today because I kind of only wrote half notes, and so I'm going to kind of be looking at the screen, so I'm going to keep trying to look at the camera, which is tricky because I keep wanting to look at myself. So, anyways, this is just for today. I don't plan on using my computer to record all the time, and I got my microphone here to pick up the sound better, so even though it probably would be fine without, but I don't know. We're just winging it. It's August 17th, so I made 2 episodes in August, so that's a feat in itself so far, so just bear with me. And like I said, I have a page of notes, like half page of notes, that's it. So hopefully it'll just kind of be a quickie episode, just to kind of update you what's going on, because it's just been busy. Family's been busy, and I haven't got a ton of crafting done, but I've got some stuff done, and I have some stash that some I forgot to show last time, and another package that actually came like after I recorded. So we'll go over that. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Ravelry and YouTube as the Cat Lady, or YouTube is the Crafty Cat Lady. So come subscribe, check me out, follow me on Facebook, and come join our Ravelry group. That's where I do giveaways and random stuff, and that's where I do most of my updates. Post a lot of pictures and stuff on Instagram, so come follow along. So we'll jump into podcast news. I have a sweater giveaway going on. It is the Gex sweater. Switch over to my little thingy-majigger. The Gex sweater by Ultramariner on Ravelry. And through August, you can also get 15% off the pattern with the code CATLADY15. All the info is in the group, but just go to the thread in the Ravelry group and enter to win. And I'll probably draw sometime next month. So far we have 6 entries. So come on, come enter. Enter to win a pattern. It's a cool little pattern. And that's it for news. I really don't have anything much going else on. There's only what? We have 2.5 more weeks until school starts. So I'm hoping, and one of those weeks Emily's going to be home all week, so yeah, the last few weeks of summer are going to be a little hectic. We still haven't gotten a supply list or anything like that, but okay, I'm fast forwarding it to review, so on to knitting. I finished my awesome breast form that I was working on last time I podcasted, so I will just pop in a picture of that, and because I sent that off on its merry way. So if you haven't heard of Awesome Breast Forms, check out the website awesomebreastforms.org, and you can become a volunteer to knit up prosthetic breast forms for women who have had mastectomies and all that stuff. So it's a pretty cool group, and they have a Facebook group, and they have lots of support as far as like if you have any troubles with the patterns and whatever. So that was my only finished object. So on to my works in progress. So last time we saw me, I'm pretty sure I either showed a picture of it or I had it, but my Reina shawl. And that is by Nora Laviola. And I'm using my hand spun. And this is in the bag that I made, just a little drawstring bag. I can show off things better on this camera because it's like right there. And this is the Woodland Whimsy colorway from Fiber Nymph Dye Works, hand spun by me. Boy, I'm having trouble with this pattern. Oh, and I'm mid-pattern, or mid-row, great. It's okay. It's an easy pattern, but for some reason I just keep getting caught up on it. So last I podcasted, I was right where that little thingy is. So I've gotten through the mesh section there, pretty much, and I just started the next garter section. But boy, I keep getting mixed. My stitch count, my number of stitches on one side specifically, on one half of it, keeps getting screwed up. It's been screwed up numerous times, and I keep kind of just fudging it. And then I finally sat and counted it, and I was like 4 stitches off on this side. So the one side every time, oh no, maybe it was, yeah, I think it was the first side. And then every time I get, and the original pattern only has 1 stitch marker for your center stitch. It was like a stitch marker, and then you knit the center stitch and continue, and it was kind of confusing. So yeah, someone in the group message under last week's episode mentioned that maybe you should put a marker in the middle to separate the middle stitch. So I did. So we'll see if that helps. So yeah, my one side mesh, you know, it's not really noticeable. I mean, to me, it's noticeable. If you stretch it out, it's a little off compared to this side, which is perfectly, everything came out perfectly good. But, you know, when I wear it, it's not going to be noticeable. I'm just going to keep plugging along with it. But yeah, it's interesting colors, that's for sure. It's not necessarily my colors. I do like the pink in there. That's my favorite color, but I'll still wear it. So it's pretty. I don't know, should block out nice. So we'll see. I'll probably, if I keep screwing up on it, I might have to frog it, but my goal is to finish it. Sorry if I keep looking away and looking different places. It's weird to look at the camera up there because it's like up. I feel like I'm looking up. So next is my socks for my hubby. And this is in my Chasing Acorns bag. My Star Wars Sugar Skull. That's what it's called. So these are vanilla socks, and this is in the Darbo Garn Mini Raggy yarn. I think it's Swedish. But I decided to do a contrast toe and heel in black first. Ooh. So I did the toe in black and then started with the patterned, and I'll do the heel because I just, you know, I don't like breaking up the pattern, especially when it's this cool kind of Fair Isle-esque style, stripey. So I'm ready to start the heel. So I need to bust out the black and start the heel. It seems huge. They always seem huge. And my husband did say that his the first pair I know he said were too loose. So I made the second pair a little snugger. The second pair, now he's telling me they might be a little loose. And he's telling me they're kind of itchy, which both the other pair were in Patton's Croy, which is a sturdier, itchier yarn. And so is this. This is a sturdy, you know, wool kind of itchy yarn. So I'm like, great, do you want me to make them for you or not? I'll rip them out and make them for myself if, you know, if you're not going to wear them. Oh, no, I'll wear them, I love them. I love your socks, I love them, just make them for me. I'm like, all right. So I think I need to, I'll try washing and drying them a couple times. The other pairs at least too. The Patton's Croy, I know you can wash and dry. This one, I think, I don't know. I can't read the instructions because they're all in Swedish. So I'll have to look that up. I don't know if, I think it says it's superwash, so I should be able to wash and dry it. And maybe they'll snug up a little bit if they're too loose. So anyway, so that's coming along. And those are my socks for August. So in my goal to make 12 socks in 2016, those will be my August socks. And to be honest, I am up a pair of socks because I did make, I squeaked in a pair of socks for Emily, which didn't count for a monthly sock. So technically I'll have 13, or if I do happen to miss a month, which I don't plan to. So, and lastly, I am a bad knitter. And I told myself I was not going to start a new sweater because I had another sweater I wanted to make. I wasn't going to start a new sweater until I finished my first one. Well, I couldn't wait. So I cast on the Super Bulky Grandpa by Joji Locatelli. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. And this is a bulky cardigan, which, how awesome is that? because I mean, it knits up fast and it's cozy, and so this is where I am right now. So you can, it's looking like a sweater. Here, let's see. It's got a little collar that folds down, so there's that. Now that I'm covering up my microphone, sorry. So I'm just past the bust pretty much. I'm starting a couple decrease rows, and there's literally I think only like 2 decrease rows, and then you increase back and just keep going. And I made a mistake, and it bothers me, but I was too far along to rip it out. Something happened with okay, so it's, where is it? It's right here, and you can see it, especially looking on the camera here. You can kind of see that one little wonky spot. So I'm knitting along. You start with the collar. This is a paid for pattern, so I'll give it away. But you start with the collar section, and I'm knitting along, and I notice in the collar section I had somehow done 2, like it's garter, as you see, but I had a small little patch of stockinette, so I knit 2 in a row, or I knit and then I did something, but I don't think I personally did anything. I think it had to do with the way I did a provisional cast on, because I don't know how to do provisional cast ons very well. I followed some instructions and did one, and I think when I picked up that row, I wasn't really paying attention to how I picked it up, and maybe it should have been picked up a little differently, but I had a little stockinette chunk in the middle of the garter. And that was glaringly obvious. Like, okay, so then at that point, I actually went down and tried to fix it the first time. And I thought I did. So I keep going along, plugging along, and I get pretty far down to the point where I'm about to separate for the sleeves. So I've been increasing a bunch in this section, because it's all part of this section here. So I get to the point where I'm increasing, and I look up and it's still there. Like I somehow missed something. I still didn't fix it. Like I thought I fixed it, but I didn't fix it. And the worst part is it was the wrong side of the work, but the wrong side of the work is what flips down for the collar. So I went in and I just kind of sewed it up. So I took my tail that I had over here and I just kind of snugged it up there so that wasn't as obvious. So to me it's still obvious, but it's not as obvious, and when I'm wearing it, no one's gonna notice. So it is what it is. It's working up pretty fast. If I finish this, I don't know, maybe I'll make another one. So I will make another one and give this one away. I don't know. But this is the Charisma yarn from Michael's Loops and Thread. It's actually a bulky yarn. The pattern calls for a super bulky yarn, so I think this is where I had some problems, because I did not get gauge. It says on Ravelry that this is a super bulky yarn, but it's not. So it's not quite thick enough, and I'm using size 15 needles. I actually bought a pair of size 17 needles and did a gauge swatch and didn't like the fabric. Like it was too loose, like too holey. Like this is good. I mean, it's still a little holey, but it's not bad. The 17s, no, not good. So I just went up a size. So I'm making a size large, and it seems to be okay. I tried it on from after I separated the sleeves, and I think it'll work. So wear a lighter top underneath it, and yeah. So this is my official Rhinebeck sweater for this year. I'm still on the fence about my brick, whether or not I'm going to frog it, which it's like so close to being done. I really shouldn't, but I gotta retry it on. I gotta see if it really is something I'm gonna wear, because it's just kind of big, which is fine. Okay, like I'm wearing a baggy shirt right now, and some of my other sweaters are kind of bigger, so at least it's not too small, because that would, you can't do anything with that. So I gotta try it on. I've pulled it out of hibernation, so it's actually sitting on my craft desk. So I actually need to try it on and See where, yeah, because all I have left is the sleeves and the neck. And I had trouble with the sleeves when I was working out last time, but I was overly frustrated with it to begin with, so I don't think that helped. And I'm kind of frustrated with it still, but we'll see if I can get it to, if I can just get myself happy with it, so then I'll keep it. So those are all that I'm working on. Spinning, I haven't touched my spinning since I last podcasted, so I was working on the merino silk grayish. But I just haven't had time to sit down the wheel. I haven't touched my spindle either, so that's it. That's it for all the crafts. So on to stash. I had a bunch of stash that kind of popped up. Let's see. So okay, no, I showed that one. It's got some random stuff too. Pardon me. Okay, so first, the one I forgot, which I felt so bad after I forgot, but I had kind of tucked it away in hiding a little bit because I wasn't going to use it until I showed it off. And then I forgot. So the lovely Tanya, who's Celestia22, one of my good chatty friends, picked this up at a Canadian festival for me. She saw it and she thought of me. Why would she think of me? I have no idea. So it's this really cool, it's like a quilted, really nice boxy bag. Yeah, Jim saw this and he's like, I want it. So this is from Quilting Cousins, Canada. Do we focus? I don't know. You can kind of see it. And just has black on the inside. Nice little handle. But yeah, this is a nice little cool Star Wars bag. So thank you, Tanya. I love it. So now I get to use it since I was holding on to it for so long. So yeah, now this is my first like box bag really. So it's pretty cool. I like it. Then I won an Instagram giveaway from Tega Hilliard, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Designs on Ravelry. And it was a very eclectic, I didn't know what I was winning, it was a mystery package. And it's literally a very eclectic package of things. So, we have Marta the Merino, 100% extra fine merino wool by Chocked from Finland, a 200-gram skein of like this bulky single. It's pretty cool. So there's the tag. Yeah, it is super soft. Extra fine merino. Yeah, it's like a pillow. I have no idea what to do with it though. It's this bright Christmas red. So Christmas ornaments maybe? I don't know. Like I wouldn't particularly. It matches my nails. So I like red. And then we got a skein of 220 Superwash Cascade yarns in the color 811. Pretty teal. The color's not coming through at all. But it's like a teal color. And then we got some hot knit yarn, worsted single, 100 grams, 100% merino. So another single in this bright blue. And it's kind of got some white spots in there too, but yeah, again, very mixed bag of things. And a couple little handmade with love and a little heart thing getting attached to your knitted stuff. Where I'm moving backwards. So little button thingies. Those are cute. A little card. And now for the final word on knitting socks. What do you mean you'd kind of like one for the other foot? So a clever little card. This I was excited for. The knitted print jamberries. And some Pikaki Hawaiian paper soap. Why not? So, that was that. And then I got this for my mom. She got it, I think she got it up north somewhere. I don't know. It was cute. So that was it for stash. Oh, nope, one more thing. And then I saw this at the clearance section at Joann's when I was out buying knitting needles, my size 17 needles. This was in the clearance, and it was pretty colors. So the buttercream twist, it's 100% acrylic in the bark color. It totally screamed fall, so I got 2 of those. So it's a bulky weight, so I'll do something fun with that. Maybe a fun hat or something. Hat and gloves. Hat and cowl. Oh, that might be cute. So that's all for stash. So week in review. Couple weeks in review. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. Just busy carting the kids around. That's really what I feel like I'm doing. It's so this is the last week Emily has what we're calling church camp, and it's really a catechism at church that they do during the summer so that we don't have to go during the year. Because it just feels like it's a little easier just to send her for 3 hours every day for 2 weeks than it's like Sundays get busy, we have obligations with family and whatever. So and it's nice that she's learning it kind of all together. Because I feel like she forgets things so quickly, so it's kind of nice to every day she gets to do it for a couple weeks, and then we'll go from there. But she seems to like it, so this is the last week of that, and then next week is another week of day camp, and then she has a completely week off because day camp's over, and then it's back to school. So, and then David's been still plugging along in preschool, so the same 3 days a week. The last 2 weeks it's been 4 because Emily's going 4, so just kind of made their schedules the same. But it's like every time I drop them off, I have a million things to do. I've been running around, groceries, mowing, something or other needs to be done. There's so many things that need to be done with the house. I've been just keep making lists of things every day that I gotta do. This weekend we're having a kid-free weekend. Yay! Jim's parents are taking the kids for the weekend, so Jim and I get to just have a quiet, relaxing time together. So I'm very excited. So this week's kind of been hectic, trying to just get everything, squared up and make sure the laundry's done so I can get the clothes together for the kids and make sure all their stuff's together. And then, of course, karate does take up a lot of our time, like this week's particularly, too. We went on Monday because Emily and I are both going to test for our orange belt at the end of the month, so not this Friday, but next Friday, so we're excited about that. But for the little kids, they need to go to a belt review class, which they come in and they kind of go through what they would need to know for the test. And the instructor then says if they're ready or not. So Emily got the thumbs up, so she's good to go, and I'm good to go. I do need to practice because when I get on the spot, I tend to freeze a little bit. And Emily needs to practice too, just to keep it going. So for Emily, she can't test for 3 months. In 3 months, she has to go 3 months each time before she tests. So, which makes sense because by the time 3 months, she does know the stuff. Her form isn't the best, but she's 6, so she'll get there if we keep up with it. But so we went on Monday, then Tuesday we went for class, and then Tuesday for Emily's class, then Tuesday night I went back for class, and then today I think me and her are going to a family class. So it's 3 days in a row we've been at karate. Last Friday we had a board breaking class for Emily too. They did some practicing board breaks. So yeah, it's like I'm constantly at karate. But I love it. I'm loving it. I don't know if Emily loves it. She likes it, and I'm definitely just trying to encourage it for her because I just think it's something that's good for her to stick with. So whether she does long term or not, I don't know. But I plan on sticking with it for a while. So, but yeah, I'm just constantly back and forth between that, and then we didn't want to do any like major grocery shopping this week because the kids will be gone. So it's like been like running to the store for odds and ends every day. So I don't know. I just feel like it's been hectic. Other than that, I'm just getting ready for back to school, and that's it. So hopefully I get some more crafty time. I still want to dye some yarn. I really just want to get some yarn and dye some yarn and start playing around with that. So, and I keep hearing, you know, the Bookish Stitcher started her yarn store on Etsy, Open Skies. If you want to check her out on Etsy, she's she has some very pretty stuff. And I think Sue from Two Tangled Skeins is looking to start dyeing, and it's like, I just want to do it. Now, whether or not I ever sell it or anything, I don't know, but I just want to play with it. So maybe once the kids are back in school and I can get on a better schedule without running around constantly, maybe. Or I'm going to have to wait another year until David's in school. So I got one more year of this half day, full day, you know, mixed schedules with the kids, and then they're both going to be in elementary school. Then maybe I can work on the house a little bit, and I have all these grand plans, but we'll see. But thanks for tuning in. This was a quick and dirty episode, I know, so I probably won't do this again because that feels funny for me too. It's just weird. So back to my phone recording, I'm sure, next time. So thanks for checking me out, and come check out our Ravelry group again. Join the Ravelry group. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Blah blah blah. Come see what I'm up to. And I hope everyone gets to craft all the things. And I will see you later. Bye.